Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast. My name is David. I'm here with Jordan.
What up,
Another
guys?
week in the bag.
It's been pretty good.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. My lord, it's been a fucking... How's your week been, David?
This week, going back to school was really weird.
That's why you're back this week?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And it's just so strange after coming back. Just standing in front of a class again, and kids are like, who the hell's this dude?
That's right, new school.
Yeah, new school.
How are the new kids? I didn't ask you yet.
Most of them are okay.
Most of them?
I think this week was mostly first year students.
Yeah.
So a lot of them just don't want to talk because they're like, I don't know English.
Oh,
what do I say?
Yeah.
Right.
I remember
so,
that. Bless their souls. Give them a week. They'll
they'll be fine.
They'll get comfortable. They'll start.
Actually, I think one of the classes thinks I'm a fucking badass. So what happened? Okay, so
Go on, yeah.
In the schools, all of the windows are open because that's how you fight coronavirus. You crack a window, coronavirus over, done. You can't spread it.
Coronavirus, it's famously known for not liking windows.
Yeah.
So if you open a window, it has to leave. Like, it's just...
Man.
They're like vampires. If you don't invite them in,
they can't come. It's just like, nope.
They just can't come in, dude.
So I'm up at the front of the class. I'm doing my Jiko Shokai and decision whatever. Sumibachi flies into the fucking room, right?
Yeah.
It flies like around some kids' heads and it flies like across the room and it's coming back. And it's coming back like at the front of the room in front of me. Yeah. And I just fucking I backhand this thing out of the air.
Yo!
It gets like concussed on the ground because I just backhanded it. I step on it. I take off my shoe, go out the door, and just go, and like I don't say a single word. Just do this all in one like unbroken
motion,
and then I go, "Hi, okay," and then just right back to the lesson.
Yo, that's fucking badass. What the fuck?
And like the kids are like sitting there. I can see them in their desks. They're like looking at each other like, "Did that just happen?"
This man can kill any of us at any second. Like, if you don't know, Suzubachi is a massive,
dude. It's big, like
big ass wasps. Like the I think what they call them in America now, like the murder wasp or something.
Yeah, they're
murder
called
hornets.
Murder hornets. They're big. They're like probably
terrifying,
maybe like the size of your middle finger.
Yeah,
lengthwise.
They don't fuck around.
They're big.
I also have a fucking murder hornet story.
Yeah,
but mine's dumb. So my window was open, my screen door was open. Like I was trying to let the air circulate from my living room. Mm-hmm. The door was closed. I'm in the kitchen. I'm chefing up a storm. That's what I do. Chefing is all done. About to go into the living room. I open my door just to see fucking big ass hornet fly out of my house. So I'm like,
it's like,
how long was this here in my house for? Like that.
Where's the nest? What has it infiltrated?
Where's the nest? Has it put down a tracer? Is it coming back for revenge? I close the screen door. I close the actual door. I lock the front door. I don't know why I locked the front door, but I locked the front door just in case.
Pull out your cocking gun, seal up your door.
Yeah, I sealed the shit up. Got my shotgun out, cocked it once. Just
sit in the corner under a blanket.
Under a blanket.
I'm ready.
I didn't even eat my lunch. I just sat there with a gun, just like, who goes there? Had a Bible. Just like tearing pages of the Bible, making like a spirit circle. What? Dude, it was terrifying. Those things, nah, man.
Yeah, dude. Man, they'll fuck you up.
I am, like, famously terrified of things that sting me. There was one time we were in a park. This is years ago. So I'm talking to this girl. He's on a date with being all cool. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of nothing. What, dragons? Nah, man, I'll fight them dragons. Ghosts? Man, listen, I'm a...
Yeah. How do you go from 100 to bitch real quick?
Let me tell you. This girl's being like, man, this guy's so fucking cool. He's got an afro, man. He's walking so smart. Is that shorts? My man's got leg muscles, man. He's dank. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I got them leg muscles. Then mid-sentence, I just see this wasp come towards me. I'm like, yeah, girl, man, I got the... Dash! I start fucking running. Like, this girl's looking at me, what the fuck's going on? Dude, I was gone. I dashed so quick. Then a second later, I hear like, ah! And then she starts running as well. And I was like, bitch, you slow. I'm from London. We run this crime, you
gotta
run.
be dead.
Dude, I was gone. I was instantly less cool that second, but my life was saved, so I don't give a fucking shit.
Hey, man. I can be cool another day. But if I die...
Dude, I'm gonna live and be cool another day,
I'm gonna be a bitch forever.
I can't no wasp be cute. I can't die a bitch.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So dumb. That's me. I'm really cool until bugs were involved, and
I'm not... You know, it's weird. I like the, like, aesthetic look of bugs, but I fucking hate bugs.
I hate bugs. No.
Yeah.
I don't.
Especially here.
Especially here.
We have giant hornets,
Yep.
poisonous centipedes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Shit like that. It's just like, no thanks, I'm good.
There's a video on my phone of when I was in Shikoku. We had the giant centipede. It was about this half the size of my forearm.
Yeah.
It was massive.
Big.
It was scurrying along, and the Japanese guide was like, look, there's a giant centipede just walking down this path. And I'm like, so do we run now, or do we run after? When do I run? When's the path?
You have a gun, right?
Yeah, I was like, sir, question is that, yeah, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is this shit in the countryside? Is that the only one? It's only this one? It's like a mystical creature, right? It's like a phoenix. It's just one? He's like, nope.
he like lifts up a rock, just 40 scramble out.
40
You're like,
scramble out.
Oh no.
I'm like, who? Taxi. I'll be going back to the airport, sir. This island is fucked. No, dude, I can't even do it. That's why, like, whenever I move house, and they're like, do you want to live on the first floor? I'm like, I'm sorry, what kind of... Huh? No. Second floor or higher. 8th floor on a gaishin now. Like, why am I living on the...
Just build a third one if you only have 2.
Build me a 3rd floor. I will pay for you. Oh, why am I lying? I'm not going to pay for it. Put me in the 3rd floor. Put me on the roof. Put me in a shack.
A shack on the roof.
On the roof. I'll live there.
Like a dude who raises pigeons in New York.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be the pigeon guy.
Fucking Lawrence Fishburne from what movie was that? John Wick.
John Wick, dude. I'm gonna teach my pigeons just to hunt down like giant centipedes and wasps and shit. Like,
yes. Add to my trophy case.
I'm just standing there with like binoculars. Everyone thinks I'm like some kind of weird weirdo, like spying on bitches. Like, there's a man up there with binoculars. Like, no. He's part of the community. It's like, what does he do? You see a fucking bird fly out, snatch the centipede off the ground. Oh, thank you. Oh, bug catching god of the skies. No, man, I get bugs. I can't.
No, dude, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's been my week. Apart from just being terrified of bugs.
You got more than 4 legs?
More than 2? What you
More than 2? More than 2.
More than 2? What the fuck is that? For me, it's like bugs. I'm like, nah. And then it's... My only weakness is bears. So
only bears.
Only bears. Dude, bears are fucking...
Bears are scary. I'm not gonna lie.
So, I never actually seen a... What's the biggest one? It's a brown...
Grizzly.
I was in Ueno Zoo. Now, I've never actually seen a grizzly bear up and close. Yeah, I've seen them on TV. I've heard about them through myth and legend. I've never seen a grizzly bear. I've seen a brown bear. They're pretty scary. Saw a grizzly bear in this fucking enclosure, and I'm like to my friend, hey, where's the grizzly bear? He's like, oh, it's down there. I'm like, oh, is it behind this giant furry rock? You know, the size of half the enclosure? Is it behind there? Is it underneath the giant furry rock? Is that where it is? She's like, no, that's the bear. How'd they get it in here? How'd they get it in the cage? Nah, who feeds this? Who goes in and feeds this bear, dude? No
Pretty much, right?
Way. It was huge.
Dude, I've had a run-in with a grizzly bear. I used to go hiking with my dad in the mountains, right? So this time we went up, we were going up this mountain to like this campsite that was, it's like 10 kilometers in the mountains, right? Like it's like a decent distance. So we're climbing up this mountain, and we get to a point where we have to cross a river, right? And here's the thing is that this river got overrun. Like, it overran the banks because I guess at the top of the mountain was a glacier, and it had rained a lot, and part of the glacier had broken off, so it's all melting. So as we're going up, we have to cross this river, and it's like washed out the bridge. Like the bridge is still there, but there's like water going over top of like where you're walking on the bridge. Like, the water's that high, so we're like, we need to get across this fucking bridge and then keep going. So on the way there, we go across this bridge, right? Coming back after we've camped there for like a week.
Jesus.
We're coming back, and we're up higher because we're coming down the mountain, so we can see the bridge down the thing. We see a fucking grizzly bear, right? And keep in mind, this river's like overfilled its banks, so it's like spilling off into the brush and then back down.
Yeah.
A grizzly bear, I can see it come out of the thing, and me and my dad and his brother and his wife see it, and we're like, oh shit, like fucking, it's there.
Yeah.
It runs jumps the entire river in one go.
Holy shit!
Onto the side that we're on, and we're like, oh, fuck. Luckily, did not see it after that. We're like, okay, we need to go down across that thing and just fucking go. And just get out.
This is why grizzly bears are the ultimate. They're fast. Do you know how fast these things are?
Fast.
They're fast. They can climb.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, they can fucking climb. They can jump.
Clearly they can
kill.
jump. They'll fuck your shit up.
You, you shoot a grizzly bear, they just get angrier. Like, you can't kill a grizzly. It's all muscle. Like, nah.
They're fucking scary, dude.
And everyone's like, oh, when you say grizzly bear, what do? Do you play dead? Do you run up and down a hill? Do you climb a tree?
No, you don't play dead. You are dead.
You are dead. If I see a grizzly bear, I'm taking the gun, I'm shooting myself in the face. I'm like, boy, checkmate, grizzly. How you gonna kill me now?
I'm gonna give you the satisfaction.
No way, the end, satisfaction. Boom, grizzly's like, fuck, got me again.
Damn it, they keep doing this.
Nice moves, Jordan. Checkmate. Dude, I can't even, hold up. Nah, can't do it. I hate bears. They're so scary.
They're fucking scary. I will concede that.
But yeah, that's been my week, running from bears and bugs.
And watching the world be on absolute fire.
Watching the world be on fucking fire, dude. I'm so...
I mean, how... Okay, we're gonna talk about this, because how can we not?
You can't not talk about it.
You can't not talk about it. Like, from last week to now, it has been an absolute just...
shit show.
Yeah, it's insane.
There has been, I've seen, for those who don't know, we're talking about the Black Lives Matter protests that are happening, not just in America.
Fucking everywhere.
Fucking everywhere, here as well.
Yeah.
In like Japan, we're having some protests as well. And what would you call them, the anti-protests? Or how would you even...
Old Japanese boomers who are like... Foreigners, get out of my country, bonsai, I wish the empire still existed, fuck Chinese people. Yeah, those kind of people.
The weirdest thing is, like, last week there was the Turkish man who was basically attacked by the police.
Did you see the video of that?
It was horrible.
Absolutely
horrible.
I've never seen Japanese police do that, but honestly, I'm not surprised that it happened.
Nope.
No.
So for those who don't know, last week, maybe a week and a half ago now, there was a Turkish resident, like, I think he was walking around Shibuya, I want to say?
No, he was in his car.
Oh,
they pulled him over for a traffic violation, I guess.
Seriously?
Something like that.
So they pulled him, and they just, like, began to just basically beat him up on the side of the road.
So, okay, did you watch the video of what happened?
Horrible.
So you saw the video. Here's what led up to what happened in the video, right?
Yeah.
He's in the car with his friend or like his wife. I don't know who it was. Someone had a camera that wasn't the police.
Yeah.
And he's in his car, and they tell him like, "Oh, you need to get out of the car and show us your identification." He's like, "Why?" Dude had been here 15 years. He has permanent. He's literally a Japanese citizen, if I remember correctly. Like, he has like permanent residency or something like that, right? So they're like, okay, well, now you gotta get out of the car because we want to search it. And he's like,
no.
What? No. He's like, no. He's like, I refuse to get out of the car.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, you have no reason to search my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely zero.
No.
Like, no. Then they pull him out of the car. I don't know how this happens, but they pull him out of the car.
Well, there was like 3 police guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pull him out of the car, move him to the police car, and of course he's like, well, fuck you. I didn't do anything. I was going to the fucking dentist.
Yeah.
And they just start fucking wailing on this dude. In front of, like, on the hood of their police car.
It's like the middle of the day as well.
Yeah, it's the
broad
yeah,
daylight.
it's probably like, noontime 1.
Yep.
And they're just beating this dude in the fucking street. And then after that, fucking, of course, 60 fucking police show up because none of the Japanese police are doing fuck all.
They ain't doing shit.
They ain't doing fuck all. They rip this dude's entire car fucking apart, searching for something.
Anything.
They don't find shit, of course. And they're like, gomen. Wari. My bad. Gomen. Sorry.
Sorry, bro.
It's like,
we good, right?
Fucking what?
Yeah.
Dude, fire those fuckers.
This is the thing.
That's the minimum.
The thing with the Black Lives Matter protests in America, and there were some protests happening in Japan as well. One was for the Turkish citizen who basically was completely.
Yeah, that was in Tokyo. Yeah,
abused by these police. And now there are like Black Lives Matter marches happening in Osaka. There was one in
Fukuoka. Yeah, I've seen ones in Fukuoka.
And so there are certain absolute retards on Twitter, of course, because Twitter is a cesspool. I fucking hate Twitter.
Oh my god.
I cannot stand Twitter. There's a man on Twitter. I'm not even going to give him like any more clout by saying like who he is or his at or anything like that. But he said something on the lines of, I'm going to find it. It was like, why are you bringing the Black Lives Movement to Japan? Like, there's not racism in Japan.
There's not racism in Japan.
Racism in Japan. A man said there is no racism.
Does my man live in Japan? I'm gonna get Jumayan. This motherfucker is living in his mom's basement somewhere.
I will bet all of my Abe money that this man does not live in fucking Japan.
How ignorant do you have to be to say there's no racism in Japan?
I feel like people are like there's a lot of very strange people on both sides. There's like white people. There's Candace Owens. Do you know Candace Owens?
Oh god, yeah, I know Candace Owens. Yeah,
cannot stand this woman. I'm not even gonna bring her up at the moment because she's a different topic entirely. But there are a lot of people who keep saying, you bring up Japan, they go, Japan's a fucking wonderful place.
Wonderful place.
No racism.
Society. No racism. We're all good.
Streets are fucking clean. But there is constant like police abuse here. Like there is so much corruption in the police in Japan. Mm-hmm. Like so much. Like if you're arrested by the police, there's a really good documentary I saw on YouTube, and it basically shows that if you're arrested by the police, they're going to find you guilty.
Yes. They will find a way to make a conviction stick, and you're just fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. If you go to Japanese prison, that's it. You're done. Like they can hold you for like a very long time.
Well, like recently, I think in New York, they just put in a thing that says that the police can detain anyone they arrested for more than 24 hours. So before, I think it was 3 to 7 or something. Like they could hold you basically overnight.
Yeah.
Now it's more than 24. That's where Japan starts.
Yeah.
Japan starts at
24 hours. Japan can hold you for a day, just anytime. They can be like, all right, we got you for a day. Then they'll just start wrecking your life.
Mm-hmm. That's the crazy thing, right? Is they get you for a day, and then from that first second, start building a case on you.
Yep.
As fraudulent or not.
Yep.
They don't care. They don't care. They need to make something stick.
From what I remember from the documentary, from like looking into weird Japanese like abuses, so they'll hold you there, and if you're a foreigner especially, they'll say things like, you can't speak English here. And if your friends come and visit, they'll be like, no speaking, only Japanese. Then they'll constantly like bring things in front of you for you to sign. They'll be like, sign this, sign this, sign this. It's a confession of your crimes. Sign it. Like, they won't give you food, or they'll give you like the bare minimum. They'll abuse you. Like, they fucking beat you up in prison. And I feel like this is kind of, I say this a lot off mic, but like Japan sided with the Nazis during World War II.
Yeah. Right? Do not forget where this country was 40 years ago.
40 years ago. When America came and they rebuilt the country from scratch, when they rebuilt a bunch of the, what do you call it, the weird systems and the weird like cultural practices and stuff. So this
not the infrastructure, but the legislature and stuff like that.
And they rebuilt and they sort of broke down some of the weird, let's call it, more fascist elements of the government and of like society. And they sort of broke them apart, they rebuilt them, but there's certain ones that slip through the cracks.
Right.
There are certain areas that really slip through, and there are some that are like, it's the policing system. The police system is fucked. The justice system here is absolutely, it's a mess. It's disgusting.
Man, you read anything that involves like women, sexual abuse, rape, it's absolutely
pitiful, disgusting. You have things like I've heard stories, I've read stories, I've seen videos where Japanese women and foreign women in Japan will go, please, someone was like stalking me. They were following me home, and I said to the police, I went to the police officer, and I was like, these people are following me home, help me, like I'm being stalked. And the police will go, there's nothing we can do about it. We can't do shit. Nothing's happened, so we can't do anything about it. And it's like, but this man is stalking me.
Literally has to be stalking me.
You need to stop this thing. And they won't do anything until like there's been a murder or crime committed, and then they go, oh
wow,
let me try to do something about this. Let me see if I can sort out this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually a private security service in Japan that women go to instead of the police to protect them.
Of course there is.
Of course there is.
Of course there is.
Of course there fucking is. I want to be part of that service because it seems like it's just going around beating up stalkers. I'm fucking down for that, dude. 100% down for that.
I was talking to my friend last week, and she said, like, because she had just moved into my ex-roommate.
Yeah.
She just moved into her new house. So she's kind of like exploring the
Area
area
and
she
stuff.
lives in,
Yeah.
right? And she said she went down this road and didn't realize it was a dead end. So she's walking down this road, right? And this guy on a bike rides past her. So she didn't think anything of it, right? And then she's walking down, she realizes, oh, the road ends. So obviously, okay, well, to get out of here, I have to turn around.
Go back, yeah.
Turns around. Dude is like right behind her on this bike.
Ooh.
And then she's like, okay, that's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
And she keeps walking out. Guy gets to the end of the thing where she was, turns around, starts following her out. And she's like, what the fuck? Then, so she's leaving. Another lady comes in, going down this street, I guess, to like do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And realizes it's a dead end. This guy stops following her, starts following this lady. And she's like watching this happen. Follows her all the way down to the end. Lady realizes, oh shit. Turns around. Guy follows her all the way back up. And then he like goes past them and like blocks like the road in like a very weird way. Like, why would you do this on a bike? It's just very strange.
What the actual fuck is
There's so many people here. And like nobody takes it fucking seriously.
No, of course not. There are many an issue with Japan. Like with its society, with the way they do like crime and their legal system, their policing. Like I think a really interesting place to look at it is if you look at, you know, you have sports day in junior high school.
Yeah.
You know, they base it like sikal.
Oh yeah, dude, they do like fucking Nazi like
Salutes.
salute, not like Nazi salutes, but like they do military marching drills.
Yeah, during sports day.
It was weird because I know when I went to school and saw this for like the first time, because I'd never actually seen sports day. You always see on the internet they talk about sports day. Oh, sports day, and you do this and
it's so much fun. Oh, it's like playing games and shit. Yeah.
And then you go and sit down at sports day, and all the kids stand up and line up in a fucking platoon and do their fucking Sintao walk, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's weird. So like,
especially for me, who's like a history major and has studied history, I'm like, this is fucking creepy. Yes.
It's so weird. I think the first time I saw it, no one warned me about it. So you've got, let me set the scene. You've got the principal on like a little stand. He's above them. The mic's there. The kids like roll up. Like the two leaders come up, stand like side by side, and then they just like fucking boom, legs together, fucking hands in the air, and then they just start talking to the principal about how they're gonna do their best during sports days. Like, and the way they're speaking, like the cadence they're using, I'm like, this could be a fucking Nazi youth
like recruitment festival
thing. And if this is so fucking weird, and I'm just there completely in shock, just like, this is insane. Like, how is this still a thing? What is going on here?
Yeah.
And you realize that this is
fucking weird.
Yeah, it's just something from World War II
that never went away.
And they still do it. It's so weird. And it's a part of Japan's weird fascist culture.
Yeah.
Fascist history, I should say. That's like still much
alive and present.
Man, it's alive and present, boy. You sit into a Japanese history class, you realize why it's alive and present. They go, man.
World War II, Hitler's bad.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing, right? When they go, oh, World War II, oh, Hitler, oh man, he killed so many Jews and blah blah blah. So and they're like, and then they in the fucking English textbook, they have like a thing about World War II about the guy who wrote like all the things for Jews to get across to like was it East Berlin or whatever, like immigration things. Like he sat there and he's like, yeah, that dude was cool, but also your country invaded China and started murdering people during World War II en masse. How come you're not talking about that and the human experiments,
Nanjing massacre?
Weird.
We're gonna talk about these things at all?
No.
No.
Zero.
Nothing. No, I know more about this stuff than most of my Japanese friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's fucked up.
I think during international student days when I was really like punching people with information, because I just learned all this shit like a year or two prior. So talking to these kids, and I'm like, I think somehow we got to the topic of like international history and how Japan's history basically sucks. And I was like, yeah, you guys don't even learn about like this, or this, and my friend's like, what? And I'm like,
yeah, what are you talking about?
You don't know about this? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all murdered tons. Y'all took over like most of Asia. Like, y'all bad. Y'all the bad guys. Like in this story,
you were the bad
guys. Like, you were the bad guys, dude. Like, I mean, I think the issue is, especially old people, it pisses me off when they do this. They go like, Nobunaga, ninjas, samurai. This is great. And do you know what's pissed me off? Weebs. When weebs fucking do this, weebs go, oh, samurai, ninjas, Nobunaga, everything's grand. And you get to like World War II and they go, Honda, Panasonic. You know, wait, what happened that bit about what happened there with the Nazis in the World War II? They go, the horrors of the nuclear bomb. Like, hold on, what happened before the nuclear bomb? Can we talk about that for a second?
Do you wanna go back to the part of why the nuclear?
You jump back like 2-3 years. They're like, no, there's no backseas in history. I'm like, no, that's
literally all history is.
Literal history.
It's all backseas.
It's all backseas, dude. History's all fucking backseas. No, man, I can't even. Like, I think the issue is so when you look at Germany, because Germany had. Do you know Germany's how they teach World War II? It's really good. Like they go into detail they talk about
of like what actually happened.
Yeah,
Germany has very much been like, yo, we did this shit.
Yeah,
and it was fucking bad.
Let's
make sure that we don't do it again.
Let's not make it happen.
Japan
again.
just ties the fucking bonsai bandana right across their eyes and says like, me, nothing happened.
I ain't see shit. I ain't see shit. I ain't hear shit. Like they're using prison rules, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Like normally I'm a fan, but this time I'm not a fan. They need to stop. Yeah. Teach the fucking history.
Snitch. You need to snitch.
Start snitching. Japan
on
snitch
yourself.
to your people. Just let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of that a lot of like weird fascist international people come to Japan and they think that like Japan's going to be this like safe haven of like no racism, no oppression, and
you're right. And it's hey, newsflash, it ain't.
There was a guy I used to There's a guy I used to occasionally look at his Twitter from afar. I never followed him. I just saw him. Someone retweeted something he posted a while ago, and it was something on the lines of, "There's no racism in Japan."
Yeah.
And I was like, "There's tons of racism in Japan against Koreans, against foreigners, against other Japanese people, against the fucking Ainu."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? There's tons of racism in Japan. And I checked this man's account every once in a while because I knew eventually there's gonna be some racism towards him, but I don't know when. And I checked his account almost weekly for like a year and a half until finally, massive Twitter thread. And I'm like, this must be it. And it was a massive, big ass Twitter thread. It was basically like, well, like, I was stopped by the police today. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just like sitting on the bench and they were like assaulting me and asking for my cards and like what I was doing here. I'm just a teacher here. Like, didn't do anything. Like, what is this? And all I did was hit reply and send that photo of his old tweet saying there's no racism in Japan. And I slept so well.
Man, that's the just desserts you gotta eat.
You gotta eat them fucking desserts.
That's saying shit like that.
Man, dude, I'm happy that. So we had the march with the march for the Turkish guys basically assaulted by the police. So I didn't even know that march was happening.
I didn't know until after it. I'd heard that there was I heard of the event where the guy got beat up. Yeah. But I didn't know that the march was going on.
I would have gone if I had known.
I would have gone if I had known.
I would have liked to have gone to that. But with the march, the fact that it was mostly Japanese people, pretty much all Japanese people at the march, kind of warmed my heart a bit. Like, I was kind of happy to see that because people don't really talk about race issues in public, like in polite conversation.
Actually, when I was living in Kawasaki, a bunch of nationalists had a fucking rally outside of the Kawasaki station.
Them. Yeah.
And Japanese people showed up in mass with signs that just said shit like fuck Nazis, fuck racism, fuck you.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm like, okay, I'm like good on you guys, because I'm glad someone's saying some shit.
I feel like a lot of people... Oh, I found this motherfucker's dumbass tweet. A lot of people don't really speak against it. Like a lot of people just want to be like, oh, let's be quiet about it. It'll eventually go away. So I'm pretty happy that, because since I first came to Japan like 5-6 years ago, and they had those like nationalist rallies and stuff. I mean, the first one I saw, and I was like to my friend, what the fuck's going on? He's like, oh, it's a nationalist rally. I'm like, what do they want? They're like, I don't know, like nationalism. I'm like, well, no, fuck off, kind of thing. But there was no one in the crowd being like, hey, fuck you, man. Like, what do you want? Going forward to now, seeing like more young people being like, hey, fuck you. I like to see that. I like seeing that a lot. I feel like it's slow, but I feel like there is some kind of a change happening in Japan.
People, I think it is now more than ever is that those people are going overseas and then coming back.
Yes.
And they're like, wow. Now that they see the racism in other places and come back and then see that exact same type of shit happening in Japan, they're like, wow, I was blind to this before because I wasn't aware that it was going on, or I didn't think about it.
Going on, yeah.
But now that I've seen it other places and I come back and I can make that direct comparison, it's like, oh fuck,
oh shit, like this is a serious thing. My I remember I had these international students come to the UK. There's like a Japanese group, and we sat them down. This is after I'd finished my year in Japan. I was talking about Japan and the UK, and what's different, what do they like, what don't they like about it. And one of the kids goes, I remember this so well, I felt like, oh, my sweet summer child, like, how do you... Bless. She goes, oh, like, English people are so nice and welcoming and friendly. I looked at this bitch like, are you fucking insane? English people are some of those racist motherfuckers I've ever met in my entire damn life. English people. Listen. Again,
this is coming from a person who clearly does not know history, right?
Yeah. Literally. I was like, how could you say that these... My university was in Canterbury as well. Canterbury is one of the most racist fucking districts in the UK. It is horrible. They outright vote for, like, they constantly vote Conservative. Like, constantly. Yeah. There's a massive, like, international student presence in the town. But there are still so many racists. We get, like... what's that fucking group called? Not
UKIP.
Thank you. Fucking UKIP protests and shit coming. They protested the mosque on campus once. Like... Yeah, it was... Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was really weird. Like, I was going home, and this random UKIP dude was like, oh, what do you think of the Muslims on campus? I was like, you realize I'm black, right, sir? Could you go away? And so carried on walking. But, to my point, she was like, oh, you know, English people, so welcoming, so nice, so friendly, so lovely. And I'm like, bitch, you dumb. You are going to experience the most intense racism of your life during this year in the UK. And it's going to happen in very, very fast, fleeting moments where you don't realize it's racism until it's finished. Because that's the difference. American racism is more like, they're going to find you and be like, hey, you a nigger. And you can be like, that's racist. Well, that's racist, sir. You can't do that. In the UK, they go, I'm terribly sorry. You're not qualified for this position because you lack the experience. And you go, well, I guess that can't be helped. And then your friend gets...
You're not like the other ones. That kind of shit.
Oh, that kind of shit, dude. Oh, I've had that thrown at me before. Someone goes, oh, Jordan, you're not like many black people I've met before. And I go, what do you mean, my man? Let's take a seat and flesh this out. What do you mean I'm not like black people you've met before? Take a seat, let's talk about this. And they go, well, you know, you're
way bigger asshole than everyone else.
It's true. You're more educated. And I go,
yeah.
You're racist. Like, but this girl did experience racism in the UK.
I'm not surprised.
Someone called her a chink. Someone was like, go back to China. And she was like, I'm Japanese.
I'm not from China, but...
I'm Japanese. Like...
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. That's kind of how it is. And then going back to when we met again in Japan, then she was like, Japan's an easier place to live because, like, there's less racism here. And I gave her the same look I gave her in the UK, and she was like, oh, I was like, yeah, baby, I'm sorry. Sorry, man.
Don't matter where you're at,
man. Japan is. I was like, you just don't experience the racism here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when you are the majority, it's real hard to be racist against the people who are being the racists.
Yeah, honestly,
right?
Like, man, I hate racism. It's so annoying. Big sigh, deep sigh to it.
Yeah, I am glad though that you know, people have finally just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I think in a lot of cases where, at least in America, you know, you had racial violence by police or just like general racism in general, you know, people would just grin and bear it because that's the way it was.
Yeah.
You know, you in your personal time, in your personal life, you would push forward to be a better person, make a better next,
generation,
tomorrow, next generation, whatever, right? But it's at this point that it's gotten so bad.
It's so bad.
That it's, I don't think that it was this specific incident.
Oh, it wasn't. No.
It was. This is time. It's that lightning in a bottle type thing.
Yeah.
This is the straw that broke the camel's back, and people just said, "Fuck it. Okay, we want to do this. Let's do it."
Let go. Like even me, like I'm not really. I would say I'm not an activist. I do many a march and I support many a cause, but it's more that I'm very much into peaceful protest. I'm like, let's do sit-ins. Let's protest peacefully. Like I'm not someone who's gonna I don't really get mad about things. Like I'm like, oh, that's annoying. If I was in that situation, I'd be pretty pissed off too. But recently, I've been like on Reddit, been on Twitter, and I'm just seeing like video after video after fucking video, and generally piss the fuck off.
Yeah,
it pisses me off. Like I'm actually so annoyed. Like saw like a 23-year-old kid got arrested. They got the cop was like, "Oh, you're being arrested for like assaulting an officer," and it's like he didn't even
do anything.
When did he assault the officer? And then the whole story comes out and it's like, oh, he was smoking at something like a corner stop or something like that. And it was like, but he wasn't. And the guy even said, the police goes, "Are you smoking here?" And the guy goes, "Oh, no." And the police officer goes, "Well," and then starts grabbing his arm and trying to arrest him. And it's like, what the actual fuck? Like, this whole thing should have been finished. You'd be like, "Hey, dude, were you smoking?" "No, I wasn't." "Oh, bro, okay. my mistake. Let's continue." What the fuck?
In a fucking ideal world, right? But yeah, man, like the shit that I've seen over the last week of just, the police always make this claim that, it's not all cops, right? But you spend this week, or I guess the week coming up, because the stuff ain't gonna stop.
Nah, man.
It's either change is gonna happen or this will continue.
Yep.
But spend some time on Twitter, spend some time on Reddit. You'll see some shit.
You'll see some fucking shit.
Like
honestly.
There's one I saw the other day, like old white guy. He must have been like 60s, 70s.
Oh, is it when he got pushed to the ground? Yeah. Oh, David, that broke
on
my heart.
He gets pushed to the ground. He's on the ground, and he's clearly a senior,
he's
right?
Bleeding and stuff, right?
You can see the blood just pooling on the concrete underneath him. And the cops just walk over his fucking unconscious body.
And the people are screaming at him like, yo, like, he's bleeding.
Do something.
And someone shouts, but like, there's an EMT on scene. It's like, call the fucking ambulance. You've pushed this man to the ground. He's bleeding for his fucking head and ear.
There's that shit. I've seen a dude get shot in the face with a the tear gas, and it like ricochets off his face. I've seen a kid lose his eyeball. Like literally actually lose his eye. Someone... I think it was last week, died. They shot him with beanbag rounds.
Yep. Those kill.
Hit him in the head.
Dead.
Crushed his fucking skull.
Yep.
Kid was like 16.
They killed a dude who was giving out free food to protesters and police.
Yeah.
He was literally giving out free food, and the police were like,
Yeah, or there's a fucking picture of I think it's like the Atlanta
and
police?
they left him on the street for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Dead body.
The what was his name? McAtee, I think was his name.
Yeah. It's fucking...
I'll have to look it up.
But
yeah, they fucking killed him. He wasn't even in the protest.
Nope.
And they killed him and left him on the ground for 12 hours. I don't know how you can justify that you can't. I'm not even gonna entertain the idea that you can justify that. You can't justify that. It's no possible way.
There's one video I watch every now and again, and it just lifts my spirits. Like there's a video, of a police officer trying to arrest this man, and this man is clearly a professional boxer, because the police officer is swinging to get this man, and he is just weaving and bobbing through every one of this man's punches, and then the guy delivers the swiftest counter to this man's jaw, and the police guy goes down. And I've I have watched this video in slow motion like 20 times, and every time it's so satisfying just watching that counter connect and being like, justice. Like, there is a reason why I did like martial arts when I was younger. Like a little taekwondo, a lot of like gymming, lots of running, keeping healthy, because I know there's gonna be situations where like either the police or random racist people are gonna try some shit, and you have to be ready. You cannot be unhealthy. You cannot be unfit. Like, because people are trying to fight. People are trying to have like the most insane conflicts currently, especially the police. Like, they're trying to. Oh my god, they're trying to escalate the peaceful protest constantly, and you gotta.
At this point,
you know, you gotta continue to like protest peacefully, but then also it comes a situation where the police are like, do you know what? I'm gonna try fight these people. You gotta be ready to fight. You gotta be healthy. You gotta be strong. Get ready to beat these people up. Because there are videos I watch and I'm like, be like two like scrawny police guys like, oh, I'm gonna arrest you. Fuck you. Da, da, da. And I always feel like if I was in that situation, I really hope I would have the mental fortitude just to do nothing. But then if the situation arose where I would have to fight for my life, I really wish I hope I have the strength to take down these two people. Because honestly, it's fucking disgusting.
Or at the very least, run.
Very least run.
Because at this point, you know, it's clear that the police do not give a fuck, that they will kill you.
Yep.
They don't care.
Yep.
They don't care. So at that point, you're already putting your life in your own hands. Like, because the police have no qualms fucking shooting you, beating you, killing you. Yeah. They don't care.
Same in Japan. They don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care.
Japanese police have guns? No. Batons.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
they do.
They're on the wire thing, right?
They carry they still carry fucking revolvers.
Japan. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, like, I hope that the protests keep going, and I hope that something gets changed. And some places already, they have put in legislation, but, like, the fuck is legislation, right? Like, honestly, legislation does not stop those things from happening. Yeah, it'll put someone behind bars, but it's not going to prevent anyone from killing anyone.
No. I think the best thing everyone needs to do is that, as a politics student, my answer is always vote. You gotta cast your vote. Like, especially in the last, I want to say, so with, in the primaries. Mm-hmm. So in the last primaries, like the Democratic primaries, like, young people didn't turn out as much as they should have.
No.
And so you had my man Bernie Sanders, like, just not winning. Losing to, like, fucking Biden.
Yeah.
Now, Biden is basically Trump light. He's not good with the black community. He doesn't really care. The reason Obama had him
he
doesn't care. Like, look at his voting record. He doesn't give a shit. The reason that Obama elected him as the vice president, or offered him the position of vice president, wasn't because, like, fucking Biden has a great connection with the black community. No, that's what Obama's for. It's for the white community. That's why Biden was in there. It was like, look, I'm gonna fucking bring in this borderline racist, so, you know.
And that's why I said, like, legislation doesn't work, right?
No.
Because ultimately, you look at all the police violence that's going on, right? Across America, how many of those states are blue? How many of those states are Democratic?
So many.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
There's that fucking picture of the cops at like on top of George Floyd, like when they were holding him down.
Yeah.
And it's the picture of fucking the guy with his knee in his back of his neck.
Yeah.
And then the guy watching, and it just says Republican policy, Democratic policy. And it's like, if it's not the dude on the neck, it's the dude watching you get it in the neck.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like that's why it's erupted so violently into protests now. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, well, what else can we do? We've tried the voting route. They tried, like, taking a knee. No one's happy with that. They tried, like, not doing the fucking national anthem. Everyone's pissed about that. And it's like, alright, we'll try peaceful protesting. Like, nope, fuck you. We're going to shoot you with pepper bullets and fucking
tear
gas you and shit. And it's like, well, what the fuck do we do? I think the only part of this, there's one part of this protest pissed me the fuck off. And it's like, because there are so many voices that are currently being, like, fucking injected into this conversation, it's really hard to distinguish, like, who are the bad actors.
Right.
And people are getting really confused. So,
I mean, there's people who are going to be opportunists
there's
at every turn.
Tons of people. Like,
which is unfortunate.
It is. Honestly, like, speak of, like, bad actors, I want to bring, like, Candace Owens. I hate her so much. So, one of my friends was feeling very exhausted with all the Black Lives Matter stuff being put on his feed, basically. And I get it. He's not black. He's an ethnic minority, but he's not black. And he's like, oh, I'm getting really tired about it. And people are saying that, like, I'm ignorant because my voice isn't, because I'm not, like, being active with my voice. Mm-hmm. And as a political student, you realize that everyone comes from different political backgrounds. Like, no one believes the same thing, but some people are very misinformed. And what this man was saying didn't align up with of how I knew him, of how I saw him. Mm-hmm. And I thought that's kind of strange. Let me really try to break this down in a way that's, and this is what I'm saying. My point is, you've got to be very, a lighter hand. Sometimes a lighter touch is kind of essential. So I'm talking to this guy. I'm like, why do you think that? What brought you to this conclusion, kind of thing? And he's like, I was on the Daily Wire, and I was like, the fucking Daily Wire. I read its conservative news site. It's like, and Candace Owens had this thing about, and I remembered. I was like, that's it. And people aren't as politically aware. People don't, go for rigorous like political study or political training, or they're not really as active as other people are. They don't realize that there is a such thing as bad actors. They don't realize that some people are paid to say these messages. Like Candace Owens is paid fucking tons of money to be the black voice,
conservative.
Yeah, the black voice on the conservative side. I mean, if you go back like 5 years, her wildly different. What she was saying then, what she's saying now, completely different. Like she's very much like shielded her voice to that side of the movement. And yeah, cool, make your money. Alright, whatever. You're a dickhead, but alright, right in hell. Alright, cool, but make your money.
Right.
Alright, get hit by a car, cool, but make your money. Fuck you, dick, but yeah, make your money. But when it comes down to it, she can trick people who aren't as politically knowledgeable. So he thought that
if a black person's saying this about the Black Lives Matter movement,
it must be valid.
Be true.
Yeah. So he was saying the same thing, and I had to be like, alright, look, watch this video, because there was white protests going on, and she said something like, these are normal, this is a good thing, protesting is fine. And I'm sending him these videos. I'm like, alright, dude, watch this 1 minute clip of her talking about white protesters, like from the haircut thing. And he's like, what? Why is it so different? I'm like, because those are white people. Mm-hmm. Like, she is paid to make these points.
Right.
And at the end, he got it, and I was giving him like more balanced news sources, like watch this and also this. Don't just watch this. You know what I mean?
It's very much that situation. My black friend says I can say the N-word, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You can't.
And then if someone, if you paid your black friend to tell you it's okay to say the N-word, that's even worse.
That's even worse. That's what it is. Like, Candace Owens is the black friend you paid so you can say the N-word.
Right? Like, that's literally what that situation is.
What a fucking analogy. Yeah, dude, honestly, I think it's really hard for people who've never experienced sort of racism, or people who've never experienced sort of that.
Well, I mean, I think it's the way you're describing it though is kind of like that perfect perfect analogy, or like perfect allegory, right? Yeah. He's so tired of seeing Black Lives Matter. He's so tired of it on his thing. That's racism, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't stop. Yeah. Like, if you're tired of seeing that stuff come up on your timeline, imagine that as actual literal racism. That's what people experience all the fucking time.
There we go. Exactly that. That was pretty much... That's kind of one of the reasons I moved to Japan, weirdly enough. Because in the UK, you're constantly getting hit by it. Like, it's everywhere. Like, it's all around you. It's constantly hitting you. Like, it's so much, like, institutional racism there. And there's only so much you can deal with, and then you're like, I'm done here. And I came to Japan because I'm like, I know there's racism in Japan. 100%. But I know that it's going to be far and few between.
Right.
That's what I know for a fact. So, like, I know I'm going to get stopped by the police every once in a while. And they're going to be like, hey, my man, show me your fucking foreigner card, you stupid foreigner. And I'm like, here you go. And they're going to be like, oh, Nihongo Joes. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks for the card back. Alright, fuck you, bye. And I'll go. And I know that. I'm pretty cool with that. I don't care. Because I know that white people are getting the same shit. I know Timothy down the road's getting stopped as well.
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely getting stopped more. 100% I'm getting stopped more. But Timothy getting stopped too. That's what I care about. In London, Timothy never getting stopped.
Timothy's this guy telling the police to go stop you.
Yeah, Timothy's like, hey, stop that black guy. His skin looking a bit too glistening right now. Fucking stop that black guy. Stop him right now.
That ashy motherfucker.
Fucking ashy motherfucker. Is that cocoa butter? Stop that black guy.
Can't have that.
Can't have that.
That's my crop.
He's smelling too... That's my fucking crop. My man's smelling too fresh. Stop that black guy. Hey, my man, what? Is that Air Force? Yeah. Stop that black guy. Stop him. Can you get them shoes? Like, that's the UK. My little brother was stopped a little while ago just by going home.
Yeah.
Like, I've been stopped for, like, the dumbest shit. Like, I think I got stopped. I was coming back home I was at a, like, Victoria Coach Station.
Mm-hmm.
So back in London, coming back home from university, and I just get stopped by the police randomly. They're like, "Oh, hi," and I'm like, "Hi," and they're like, "Oh, so what are you doing today?" I'm like, "Going home from university." They're like, "Oh, what's in your bag?" And I'm like, "Clothes and stuff," because coming back home from university, it's like full of clothes and shit. And they're like, "Oh, can we search your bag?" And I'm like, "No." I was like, "Why?" They're like, "Oh, we've had reports of whatever in the air." And I was like, "Can I see those reports? Am I matching a description? Like,
right.
Can I have a look?" And they're like, "Oh, well, and I was like, "Well, if you want, I can, like, come down to the station. We can have a look at those reports directly. I've got some time. It's the middle of the afternoon. Let's go down there in person. I'll have a scan at those reports. I'll see if I really match the description." Because, like, man, a fucking 5'9" guy with a giant afro holding a green duffel bag wearing, like, pink shorts. That's the description I want to see. If I'm matching that description, baby, arrest me now. Because that's someone fucking copying my style right now. I gotta go check that out. They walked away. They were like, "Now we're good." I was like, "Alright, so there was no fucking description. Fuck you then." Like,
yeah.
What's going on? Like, come on. I hate it. I really, really hate it. And that happened a lot in London. Like, I'm always getting stopped constantly. And there's a stage where you're like, I have 2 degrees. I speak more than one language. And I'm getting stopped constantly from these people.
Right.
Just being like, "I'm sorry, but there's been a... What are you doing in this park?" And I'm like, "I'm going home. So I live around here. Do I want to live around here? No, this area is shit. I have no choice. Leave me alone." Like,
and I have to deal with you fucks all the time.
All the fucking time. Like, fuck. When is a crime happening? When there's a stabbing or a shooting or something, you don't see police nowhere, dude. You don't see them nowhere. But if someone's in the park smoking a little weed, you fucking 20 cop cars and a helicopter, and you're like,
it's because it's fucking easy payday for them, right?
Easy payday.
Oh, you stopped a dangerous man smoking a fucking blunt.
Free blunt.
Yeah,
He's
exactly,
just like,
right.
I'll be confiscating that.
This. Puts it in a baggie.
He's just like,
blows it back in the baggie. Just hotbox it.
Confiscate it. Fucking clap.
So what's in that Ziploc in your back pocket? What's going on there?
Oh man, is that a Sprite? Hand that over. I got confiscate that as well.
Fucking A.
Wait, is that 20 nuggets? Man, I'm gonna have to count those for you. Give me just
Guess it's only 15
It's
now.
only fucking 15, you cunt. What's that thing where they have in America where they can take people's property on something seizures?
Yeah. Like federal seizures.
Yeah, where they can, like,
or whatever.
Take your stuff because your stuff has no something of innocence.
Something like that.
They just go around, like, taking people's, like, chicken nuggets. It's like
fucking chicken nuggets.
You have to take 10 of those for testing, my man. Is that sweet chili sauce? Hand it over, boy. Fuck me, man. Nah, it's like in Japan. Way easier. Can't do it.
Man, there's stuff too, like on Twitter that does drive me fucking nuts. Even as a white dude. Who you see people posting and, like, they'll post, like, that very spread the word type message, like, Black Lives Matter, blah blah blah. And there's always that one dude underneath who comments like, "Oh, well, all lives matter.
All lives matter.
All lives matter." There's, like, I don't know if this is just ignorance or people don't understand why saying that is so fucking stupid. You can't have a slogan like "All Lives Matter" when it is evidently clear that Black lives do not matter.
Yeah, exactly.
If that statement was true, you wouldn't have to say "all lives matter" because it would be evident.
Evidently true. Exactly. Here we go.
So clearly, you have to say something like "Black Lives Matter." When Black Lives Matter, then all lives will matter.
I feel like it's like being in Japan going, like, someone just randomly screaming. Like, someone going, "Black Lives Matter," and then someone going, "Japanese lives matter too." And it's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? What am I talking about that? Like, go away. Yeah, it's Japan.
Of course.
Of course. This is not the point. Like, it's really the other one that annoyed was like White Lives Matter as well, which is.
I mean, cops get killed. No, cops get killed. White people get killed by cops.
Yeah.
The same exact way as black people do.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the white people are not profiled nearly as much.
Yeah, true.
Not even remotely close. So saying stuff like, white lives matter, all lives matter, you're missing the point. Is once Black lives matter, all lives will matter. Once all lives matter, you need to do something about the police. Or do it in the opposite. Do something about the police
first,
Like, do one or the other. But you have to do something.
The maddest thing was that at my university, most of the dealers were white people. Which is just...
Of course.
It's always white people. I mean, it makes sense. Cause
I've never seen a drug dealer that wasn't white.
Honestly. In London, there's a bunch of black drug dealers, of course. Gangs and what have you. But in my university, it was like all white people. And like, I wasn't stopped as much on campus because it's campus and everyone knew who I was. But the minute I left and went to town or something, I was stopped a lot by like random people just being like, hey, can I search you? And I'm like, no, the fuck? What? Go away. Like, why? Like, there's been things in the area of this and we want to search it. I'm like, leave me alone. I just want to go Tesco. I'm just trying to buy bread. Like, fuck. Like, every time.
Yeah.
I feel like it is really disproportionate, like, the way that black people are searched by white people. Oh, there's a tweet I wanted to show you. That fucking boil your fucking blood, dude. It is. So there's a march happening tomorrow.
Okay.
Black Lives Matter march is happening on Sunday.
Where?
In Osaka.
Oh, in Osaka. Okay, yeah.
And a man tweeted. He goes, "Ready?"
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned.
Hang on. Let me bring it up on the big screen here. I'll bring it up. What's
Can you bring it up?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just go to.
I feel like the what's the date today? Fuck, it's the 6th.
Twitter is 6th.
This tweet was from like the 5th of June.
Okay, what is their
at? It's like RY Dawson 2.
Dawson?
DAWSON. Is that how you say it? Dawson. This guy right here. Yeah. Well, the flag's on his fucking name. Now,
man, that boy white as fuck.
Hey, boy, listen. Let me explain this to the listeners. This man is the whitest man I've seen in my entire life. Imagine snow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, put that saturation way down.
Slide them levels to the
Slide levels to the lowest they go. Ain't black and white, but my man, we close. It's pretty far down. It's like the streets from like the 5th of June, basically.
5th of June.
Yeah, it's oh my god. The thing, I don't think this guy actually lives in Japan. That's the thing. Oh, try to ignore all the other tweets as you go down because
I can hit Control F to search. What's the first word?
We have some stupid BLM crap.
Oh.
Scroll, and search again, yeah.
Poor baby.
Poor baby indeed. My man is living this weird, peculiar life. But people really dogpiled onto him after this bullshit tweet. Like, there was one guy there was one person who said, like, I'm more shocked that Japan has black people. And that's the face. I was like, but I'm black people and I live in Japan. I'm like, hold on. What is he trying to say?
Man, this motherfucker tweets a lot for not having a lot to say.
Man, it's like this. I think that's the issue. When people have like a problem with like Black Lives Matter or like a movement that's going on, they always sort of repeat the same points over and over again. It's always like, all lives matter, and then you counter that, and they go, statistics show, and you go, that's not actually real, and then you go, well, I think that.
Oh, look who it is.
What? Then you just scream the N-word and you're like, oh, fucking Candace. Oh, I hate Candace Owens so fucking much, dude. I can't stand her. Alright, we can cut all this silence out.
Yeah, you know what, whatever. Fuck it. Just read the tweet.
Alright, let me read the tweet.
I'll find it.
We'll cut this silence out later. Let me read the tweet. So, the tweet basically says, we have some stupid Black Lives Matter crap here in Osaka on Sunday. I'll be there to tell them to go fuck themselves.
This dude won't do shit.
This dude won't do shit.
This guy's gonna be sitting in his fucking jack shit apartment because he isn't doing fuck all.
He's gonna be chilling in his damn Leo Palace.
He's gonna be chilling in a fucking Leo Palace, going to his fucking shit Kaiwa job, going home and being a fucking Onani boy because he's jerking off.
All he's gonna do is fucking
like,
cunt.
He ain't doing shit. I hate these people. Fucking
hate them, dude. It's like,
man.
I kind of feel like Take several seats, my man. I kind of feel like this man is a massive troll. Like, scrolling through his stuff, I was like, this person can't be real. Like, nothing about what this person is saying can be real. Because he's like, we don't need this disease in Japan. There's no point in marching for Black Lives Matter in Osaka. Japan has nothing to do with the US police abuse. And if I see any idiot attempting to do the store, I'm going ham! Because ham's in all caps. And I'm like, okay, but are you? And who said looting? Go away. That's The replies are great. My favorite reply that's been circled around currently is racism is small dick energy. And I thoroughly... White boy in Japan suddenly thinks he's the last samurai.
But you can't take that from Tom Cruise.
But you can't take that from Tom Cruise. What about racism? Are you saying there's no racism in Japan? Oh man, dude, that is the question indeed. Based on so there's actually a lot of like half Japanese people who jumped on this dude and was basically saying that like I'm half Japanese and I experienced like fucking tons of racism growing up in Japan. I had people bitching about like my hair color in school, saying like I have to dye my hair because like my hair isn't black, and it's like, well, my hair isn't naturally black, so what the fuck do you want from me? All the people like I've had people like call me like racial slurs and like there's racism everywhere. You know what I mean? I can't stand this man. I swear to fucking God. Referring to black people for fighting civil rights as a disease. Okay, buddy. Yeah, dude. Man, honestly, I do you think this guy actually lives in Japan? That's my question.
Maybe. You know what? I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, I've just found a tweet from him and he says, in the 13 years in Japan, I've had a bike stolen twice, both times by a foreigner. One by a white guy, one by a black guy. Okay, it's like, okay, and then, okay. Wow. Okay, I will bet my entire Abe Bucks money when it comes, and a crisp and delicious strong zero grapefruit flavor, that this man has lived in Japan for 12 years, doesn't speak a word of Japanese.
I mean, he's written stuff in Japanese.
Has he? I've never looked at his account.
Yeah, I just saw it while scrolling through here.
Something in Japanese? Like, was it like, watashi,
it didn't seem like it. But, I mean, anyone can put shit into Google Translate, right?
Man, I really need this person to be... I wonder what he's doing in Japan. You know what I mean?
Like I said, he's probably fucking...
jerking off.
Well, yeah. No, he's definitely jerking off.
He's definitely jerking off to, like, hentai or something.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, about the Hannah.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, man. I don't understand how you could be like, oh, you know, it's so sad she killed herself, blah, blah, blah. But fuck black people. Like,
right?
Like in the same sentence where it's
fuck's sake.
How... There's this, like, weird fucking disconnect that you just go,
Jesus Christ. Like the one from Terrace House?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one from Terrace House. Hannah committed suicide after people, like, basically jumped on her. Like, all her online accounts basically very racist. Very, not racist, very offensive towards her. Like, it was horrendous. So bad that she actually committed suicide. It was terrible. Like, everyone spoke out against the people who had been racist. I keep saying racist, been offensive towards her.
I'm sure some of it was racist.
Some was definitely racism. Yeah, she was like a dark-skinned, pink-haired girl. She was fucking cool. She was interesting. So, after... this man, this racist, was like, oh, it's so sad that this girl's been cyberbullied to the extent where she had to
kill herself. She
and then
like she had to kill herself.
Fuck these black people trying to... Rights? The fuck? Rights? Hate this dude. Riots could hit London easy. I'm done looking at this man's fucking Instagram. I'm so fucking done with it. Okay. So tired.
I mean, that's really like...
yeah.
That's the sound of fucking people who are ignorant exhausted. There's people who are ignorant, and there's people who are ignorant to, like, and being malicious.
Yeah, about it. I feel like for anyone who's generally tired, I want to say, not not racist per se. You know, you're very empathetic towards the movement, but you're tired of it being plastered everywhere online, and you're kind of like, oh, you know, I'm getting exhausted with all this stuff being posted. First,
I just want to see my cat pictures.
Yeah, I want to see my cat pictures, and I want to like fucking watch YouTube or whatever. Number one, how you're feeling now? I felt that way for like 27 years, so you know, fuck you. But also, I get it. It's exhausting. It's annoying. Here's what you should do: put your phone down.
Yeah.
I mean, put your phone down. Maybe do some studying, play some games, go outside for a bit, try to ignore the world for a little bit, because that's what I have to do.
Or just deal with it.
Just fucking
deal with it. Like literally everyone else.
Everyone else, David. Literally everyone else. I feel like segueing to...
I'll say for myself, I'm fucking exhausted by seeing it.
I'm exhausted,
But the reason why I'm exhausted from seeing it is I hate seeing, like, just police just absolutely fucking brutalize people. And that's basically all I've seen for a fucking week. It's just people get brutalized by police. And I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Anymore, yeah.
I don't want to see it anymore. Not that I don't care. It's just...
It's
like, mentally troubling.
It is. I think someone said that it took everyone in the world basically having cameras in their fucking pockets.
Right.
To stop.
What was it? I think it was Will Smith said it.
Nice.
Where he said, he's like, racism isn't getting worse, it's getting recorded. And he's right.
He's right.
Because before it was, you know, the cop says that, you know, fucking whoever did this, did that, he was on drugs, he was high, he was fucking, so I shot him, right? Well, you don't have the other guy's word because you fucking killed him.
Yep.
And who are you going to believe? Well, you believe the police because they're the police. They're supposed to be there to protect you. But clearly, evidently, that's not what's happening.
The family come forward and like, no, it's not true. And the police like, well, actually, we're the police, so you have to believe us. It fucking sucks. Like, I hate it. I feel like if you come to Japan, like, if you're black, if you're white, you're going to experience, like, varying levels of racism.
Yep.
No matter what. From America and you're black and you come to Japan, it'll be significantly less racism. If you're white, it'll be a little bit more racism. Probably a lot more racism. But
well, I mean, it's more than zero, so
it's more than it's more than zero, so it's gonna be a bit. But but no matter the level of it, like it's always gonna be different. Like there have been, I've had stories of people who've basically been searched like every day. Like one of my friends got searched every day for a week by the same Korban. Every day for a week. And it's like, you searched me yesterday. Why are you searching me again today? Like, they just forget. Or they're just like, oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Oh, well, you know.
Oh, well.
We're trying to catch you out on a crime, so it'd be great if you would do something so we can fucking arrest you. But
I have something to do.
I feel like it's something that you do have to be ready for. When you leave the comfort of like your home where you're the majority and you come to a place with the minority, you're going to experience some fucking racism here.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is, honestly. And hopefully, if you're young, you're listening to this and you're still studying or something, by the time you get here, hopefully, you're going to fuck this shit enough up that there is some kind of change.
I mean, I think even in Asia, like, if you are Asian American coming to Japan or you're Asian American going to China, like, you're still going to experience racism.
Yeah.
Because now it's, you know, if you come to Japan or you go to China, you don't speak Chinese or Japanese or Korean or whatever, suddenly it's like, well, why are you such an illiterate fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you stupid? Are you fucking
dumb?
Like, then it's just a whole different thing. Or it's like, you come as like a Chinese person to Japan. It's like, why don't you speak Japanese? Oh, I'm Chinese. Well, then fuck you.
Yes, literally.
Like,
oh my god.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't have it that bad in Japan per se. Chinese people have it bad in Japan. And Chinese people, Korean people, I knew. They have it so bad. So fucking bad. Like, there is systems built to oppress them in the country. Like, it's horrible. It's actually, the Ainu have it the worst. If you guys don't know about the Ainu, I beg you, do some look it up. Look up the Ainu. Look at the plight they've gone through. Look at what's happened in history. Look at, because there's still populations that survive now. It's
there's fucking, I've seen like recently there's a fucking commercial where it's got like a lady in like Ainu dress and it's like, come to Hokkaido and things will be hunky-dory and hang out with Ainu people. I'm like, you fucking killed them off. What are you talking about?
Fucking cunts.
You like literally, if anyone knows anything about Japanese history, fucking during like the Sengoku period and even before that, they're like, oh, these fucking barbarians live in northern Japan. Fuck them. We're gonna take it over.
Yep. Kill them, took their land. Yep.
Like, literally, people who are indigenous that are from America or from Canada, and they're like, oh man, those fucking British people and those fucking French people and the Spanish and shit. The Japanese did the exact same shit to their native people. Yep. The Australian people did the exact same shit. It happens fucking everywhere.
It's so horrible. I'm in a mood now where I don't really have the time to do this shit. Like I'm not really feeling it. So I'm very much trying to snap at people. They start something where I'd normally be really calm about it. So the first day back at work, you know, Japanese people be brave on the fucking train. Like for some reason you ride a train and no one has manners. Everyone's brave. Everyone's the strongest man about. So I'm on this train coming home from work, and I'm just like, I'm tired. Like it's not full. The train isn't full enough for me to take my bag off. My bag isn't big enough for it to be taken off. It's pretty slim. It's like huddled against me. It's tied up. It's fine.
Right.
So, standing on the train, there's like a tap on my elbow. Like a pretty hard tap. And I'm thinking, oh, there must be someone I know on the train. It was that hard. It was hard enough that it was like, someone I know is standing around me and they're trying to get my attention. So I turn. No one's there. I'm like, no one I know is on this train. That was weird. There's a man like, standing kind of next to me in like a pinstripe suit, and I'm like, a pinstripe suit. I'm like, that man must have accidentally tapped me with his bag or something. Alright, fair enough, can't be helped, cool. You know, I'm like 3 stops from my station. Get to the station before, people are getting off the train, so I sort of move, you know, you turn around, let people off.
Right.
And someone like pushes me pretty hard from behind, and I'm like, oh, someone should get off the train from the other way. So I turn to let people off the other way. No one's there. It's the same man, but this time I catch him looking at me. So I'm like, this motherfucker just pushed me, which means this motherfucker definitely tapped me on the elbow. Now, before, in the past, I'd be like, wow, this motherfucker's had a bad day. He's just trying to take it out on some random foreigner on the train. Fuck it. Not this day. I was not in the mood. I spent the whole day in meetings and talking about fucking Black Lives Matter. I was not in the mood for it. I was like, alright, go talk to this man. So I took my headphones out. I said to him in Japanese, are you okay? Are you tired? And he's like, And I tap him, I'm like, yeah, are you okay? Are you tired? No, what's going on? Are you good? And he's like, I was like, oh, you pushed me before. You tapped me before. So I was wondering if you're okay. Like, do you need something? Do you want to tell me something? What's on your mind? He's just shocked. Everyone's looking now. It's a train. No one does this on the train in Japan.
Right.
It's embarrassing for the person talking. It's embarrassing for the person who's done some shit. No one wants to be the center of attention on this train. But this man just done some bullshit. I don't get embarrassed on trains. So obviously, got to call him out. So I did. We had a nice conversation there's like 3 stops of me just being like, what's wrong? Are you racist? You know, see what's happening in the world? I went off on him. He didn't deserve it after a while. After 2 stops in, I was like 1 more stop to my station. I was like, I could probably let this guy go now. But I was like,
I can finish this journey strong.
I'm going to finish it strong. I went in on him. I was like, if I see one of these trains again, we're going to have another conversation about racism. We're going to do the whole thing again. This man was brave when he was pushing, but suddenly, the foreigner can speak Japanese, nothing. Not a peep. He's just like, oh, gomen, naka, chotto, kabanga. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're wearing your bag, and in Japan, we take our bags from the train. I was like, when the train is full, when the train is really fucking full, we take our bags off. I'm like, look at that man over there, look at that man over there, look at that man over there. They ain't taking their bags off. So I called this random guy with his bag on. I was like, oh, sumimasen. He's like, I was like, yeah, you, the guy with the bag on. This old man wants to tell you to take your bag off. And the guy's like, nande? He's like, why? It's not, the train isn't that full. And I was like, no. This man is telling me that I got to take my bag off because the train is full. I was bringing people in on this conversation, David. I was like, you, man, other man with the bag. People coming onto the train with their bags on. And I'm like, oh, sumimasen. Person with the bag on. You got to take that bag off. This old man in the striped suit is pushing people if they have their bag on the train. And he's like, and he's trying to move carriage. I'm like, where are you going? Why are you moving carriage? Come back. I was like, I'll follow you. Don't move carriage. I'll fucking follow you. You want to go to a new carriage for me to tell them people too? Or you want to stand there and shut the fuck up? He stood there and David, it was like 3 stations of me getting on this man. I go off the train and I was like, that was too much. you know what it's like? You're like, that man deserved half of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of that. Maybe half of that. But it's okay. I mean, he's learned his lesson. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, right? Has he, though? Who knows?
Man, listen, I used to do this a lot. Like, when people do some bullshit to foreigners, like, especially towards me, I'd always, like, jump in and, like, really get onto them. But only because, like, I feel like they do it to foreigners because they think that foreigners don't speak Japanese. They can't, like, defend themselves with words.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the law. They don't really know the culture. So people do, like, really passive-aggressive bullshitty things.
Right.
And something I really liked doing and stopped doing for a long time, but I'm going to probably start doing it again, is that really getting onto people in public settings when they do some bullshit. It's for them to be like, it's Japanese culture for you two. And I'm like, no, it's fucking isn't, my man. Let me with my degree so you can shut the fuck up. I'm going to start doing that again. Because I feel like it's not just about, I'm getting back at this guy. It's more like, now this guy knows. Or because maybe in this guy's experience, foreigners don't speak Japanese. Foreigners don't, whatever. And I want to get on this guy so he knows that. The next time he meets a foreigner, he thinks twice. He goes, oh, this foreigner is, I don't know, fucking, this foreigner on a table that has no relation to my table is using his chopsticks in a way that's wrong. I'm going to have a word about, that's what I want. I want that pause. I want to be like, how about I don't? Because this is none of my fucking business. How about I mind my own fucking business? Because honestly, someone could punch me in the face. Maybe me. In a dark alley one day. Could be. But yeah, there's lots of that.
There's definitely lots of that, for sure.
This is why we're gonna hit an old Tokyo Fresh favorite. Learn some fucking Japanese. It helps. Yep. It helps, honestly.
Yeah, like, when someone is going off on you and you can dish it right back.
Yeah.
Then suddenly they're on the back foot because like now they're like, oh well, I could bully you before because you weren't doing anything and everyone could hear me being an asshole to you. So they just assume that, oh, you were being the bad guy and I was just like, oh, I'm teaching you about Japanese culture because you didn't know what the fuck to do.
You made a mistake. You drank this water. You should have zipped the water. And some bullshit like that, yeah.
But the second that you turn around and be like, actually, fuck you. This is what happened.
They shrivel up. They're like, ooh, oh, no.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Japanese people hate fucking confrontation. And the second that you can confront them, they're like, mm-mm.
They hate it. Oh, dude, you love this story. This is really funny. This happened, like, this week. So I'm walking down my road. And then these two guys are walking like the same pace as me.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes to his friend, like, saying in Japanese, like, "Wa, kono afro mita, kono afro ito. Mita. So you see this guy with the afro? This guy with the fucking giant afro? And the guy's like, he looks over and goes, "Wow, sugoi afro da naka." It's like, oh, look at this fucking giant guy with the afro. And before they continue the conversation, because I don't know where they're going with it. It could be all good things, it could be all bad things. I don't know. So I have to jump in. So I say to them, like, hey guys, yeah, I speak Japanese, so be careful there. I was like, yeah, Nihongo wakaru yo, kyousukete. And they go, sokka, gomen. I was like, and so I'm like, I speak Japanese, be careful. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I'm like, yeah, but also, the English for afro is afro. The Japanese for afro is afro. So even if I didn't speak Japanese, I'd still know you're talking about me. You fucking idiots. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, you are saying an English word in a Japanese sentence that is very much talking about me. Like,
well, who else are you
would it
talking
be?
about?
Honestly. So I was like, guys, afro is afro. Like, it... You can't just say it in a slightly racist way and expect me not to know you're talking about me,
You can't just do Japanese voice.
You can't just do Japanese voice. This man with the afro is very cool. It's like, you're speaking in English. You're just making it...
Yeah. It's Japanese.
No, it's not. It's like, fuck you know, dude. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, dude, it's English. Like, and they're like, sokka. And I'm like, fucking dumb. Like, oh, I see. And I'm like, these guys are just, dude, I love it. It was so dumb. But there's lots of that. You gotta be careful of that in Japan. People chatting shit about you from a distance.
I think you also have to be careful the opposite way, too.
What do you mean?
Chat shit in English. Ooh. And then someone goes, actually, I know English.
Yo, I might have the best fucking story.
So, hey, I think we said this before in a previous podcast. Just don't chat shit.
Just don't chat shit.
That's probably your best bet.
My friend was on the train, and there's this girl sitting on the train. She's wearing these big ass shoes, like sort of Japanese style.
Yeah.
And then my friend's like to his friend, "Oh man, this girl's like super cute. Like she's wearing those big shoes. You know, I love those big shoes. Look how her legs are really long." Da, 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 da. The girl gets up to leave the train, looks at my friend and just goes, "I'm Chinese." I just like,
fuck.
Dude, it's like, dude, I'm Chinese. I just walks off the train. It's not even like, "Hey, I'm Chinese, so you know, like I understood everything." She just goes, "I'm Chinese," and just left the train and left them there, just like, fuck. Like, dude, so good, so fucking good. I live and die for stories like that. I love them so much. Like, I've had stories where I've been talking to my friend, like Sean, and I've been like, "Yo, this guy on the train's like really cool." I've been drunk on the train, like not chatting shit, but talking about someone on the train, and they'd just be like, "Hey, I was living in America for like 5 years," and we'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? Join the conversation." Like, a lot of times it ends pretty fun. Like, it ends as long as you're not chatting shit. It normally ends pretty well. Everyone just like hanging out, being like, "Yo, that's super cool. Where did you study? Let's talk on this train for a bit." Like, it's pretty fun. So, yeah, try not to chat shit on the trains.
Speaking of weird shit like that, where happened to that dude that called you from fucking Yakiniku? You never told me what the fuck happened.
Fuck my life. Okay, so last week, me and David were having, like, it felt like there was like a thin film in front of my face. Like it was such a weird week for me. So we had yakiniku in David's station. Fucking delicious.
Good yakiniku.
Oh my god, dude, it was so good. Fuck, I've been thinking about the yakiniku all week. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's good yakiniku.
All week I've been like, man, that yakiniku was fucking good, man. I can go for it again. Like, it was really good. So a common occurrence in my life in this country is that people just randomly start talking to me. Like, is it the hair? Who knows? Is it the cool attitude? Don't know. Maybe they just want to be insulted, David. I don't know.
It's possible.
They can sense, like, this man's an arsehole. Let's go talk to him for a bit, see what's going on. They, you know, it's fun. And this guy just joined our table. And we knew he was going to join our table because the minute we both came in and sat down, the table next to us just started peppering their conversation with English.
Yeah, right? They're saying shit in English, and then they were talking about, the one guy was talking about how he was like, "Oh, I like lived in Australia, or went to Australia, some shit."
So the conversation didn't make sense.
And I remember you told me, you're like, "This man gonna come over here by the end of the night."
I said that to you. I was like, "This thing gonna come over here. He's 100% gonna come over at the end of the fucking night." Because, like, I don't know if they were dating some women or they were just there with the women.
I have no idea if they were just like friends or dating or whatever.
No idea.
Their girlfriends, not into it.
The girlfriends were not into it.
Like, stop bugging the foreigners.
Stop bugging.
And he's just like, yeah, daijoubu.
Yeah, daijoubu. It's fine. Like, oh, fucking hell, that terrified the shit out of me. Fucking Mel came into David's letterbox and I thought a man was just trying to rustle with the fucking handle. I was like, they're onto us. They found out where we live. Fuck me, David, that's terrifying. But the conversation they were having was really weird. It would be like, I mean, think some random Japanese shit they were saying. It would be like, "Yeah, 本当になんかこの店本当に行きたかったね。なんかめっちゃ美味しいなこの肉。本当にそう。なんか I was in Australia でその時は I'm like,
yeah.
You're like, huh? Why was that one sentence in English? Like, you didn't need that. It would be like, "Yeah, この肉は unbelievable." It's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But that's a sign. You know what's gonna happen. If they're trying to. Lo and behold, this man stood up to take a piss, and he was just like, he just fucking jolted onto my table seat, and he was like, I studied in Australia, and I'm like, why is this man here?
The way he came over to our table, though, was fucking weird. Because he stands up, like, clearly, because he was like, they're in a booth, right?
Yeah.
And this guy was in, like, the corner, so he had, like, his friend in between him and our table.
Yeah.
He, like, gets up over his friend, he walks up to our table, and he's like, he puts his hands, like, on the corners of the table. On the corner
of the fucking table, yeah.
And he, like, leans in, like, over our food, and we're just, like, talking and eating. Yeah. And we're just like, the fuck? We look at this guy, and he goes, You like Japanese meat?
Yes? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we just, like, both look at him, and then, like, in unison just go, "Hi? Hi?
Hi? What do you want?" Like,
what? Yeah.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. And he's like, "Japanese meat, very delicious." And it's like,
I'm like, now I know, man, you didn't study shit in Australia.
Shit in Australia. You can't tell me you did in Australia for a year and you were hyping it to the girls next to you the entire time. And then
you pull this crap.
You pull this crap out your ass. That's like me, like, being on a date with a girl and be like, listen, girl, man, I speak Japanese and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got been studying for like 10 years. Lived in Japan for like 12 years as an English teacher, and some Japanese couple comes in. I go, hold on, I'm gonna flex on these people real quick. Oh, genki desu ka? Omae wa mou shindeiru.
私がアニメを食べました。
食べました which means I ate anime. I ate.
Very, very politely though.
Very politely though, of course. Like, with a knife and fork and a napkin. But yeah, so this guy and his friend just like joined our table randomly. And then we just start, it was fucking weird. It was like, I was like, alright, whatever. This is how my life is normally. So we're talking to these two guys for a bit. Then they asked for our line.
Yeah.
So we gave them a line because I was like, whatever, dude, sure, why not?
Sure.
This happens a lot. Normally, like,
I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, nothing comes as normally. They left. The women they were with very like apologetic, like, we're very sorry.
Like, sorry, this person's an idiot.
Come on. We are not into this. We do not condone this behavior. This man is his own entity, kind of thing. They leave. Then the wait staff were also apologizing, which is pretty funny.
They're sorry.
Like, sorry for the fucking random Japanese people. We're like, yeah, it's cool. This is very normal in our lives. We've come to expect this. You know what I mean? And
it can't be helped.
Can't be helped. We left. We got some free toys.
I still have mine.
I still have mine as well. The restaurant had these toys for kids, and I asked this woman, I was like, why do you have all these toys? And they're like, you can have one. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. So I got a toy and I was leaving, and then like the manager of the restaurant was like, it's like this weird fake gun thing with a little ball that pops out and just gives it, forces it on David and goes, here, this is your toy now. And David's like,
yeah, I'm okay.
David's like, no, I'm fine. I don't want this toy. And the man's like,
literally don't.
Yeah, literally, yeah, I don't want it. They was like, the guy's like, no, you must take this toy. Like, forces it on board. It was so fucking funny.
I feel like if I point at you, it's very racist.
It's very racist indeed, David. Fuck! Racism! Yeah. That's so... It comes off.
No, I cut the string off.
Oh, good man.
But it's no fun if it can't shoot.
It's no fun if you can't shoot from afar, yeah. How the fuck did I set this up?
You just push the...
You just jam it in? Oh, I got it.
There you go.
But yeah, and so after what was said and done, so this man was drunk, by the way. Not the waiter, the guy who lives in Australia doesn't speak a word of Japanese. English. Woo. So he was fucked. So he kept saying to us, let's go karaoke. Now, karaoke's closed still.
Yep.
We're in the middle of quarantine. He's like, let's go karaoke. And we're like, yeah, sure, I love karaoke. And he's like, let's go now. And I'm like,
but we're eating, so fuck off.
We're literally still eating. You guys are about to go. Do you want to fuck off, maybe? So I'm on the train going home from David's house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My phone starts buzzing and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Who's ringing my phone? It's this guy. I'm like, why is he ringing? I'm on the train. So I messaged back something like, oh, hey, dude, like, I'm on the train, so maybe I can't really talk on the phone now. And he reads the message and then just never replies again. Just doesn't even reply. Yeah, that was last week. Just didn't reply. And I'm looking at my phone like, is this man just not gonna... What did he want? Why did he just...
Right.
Why did he call me? Like, clearly it wasn't urgent. Did he just want to practice his fucking English? Like, fuck's sake, dude.
Has he still not...
Nope. He didn't reply yet. We'll probably meet him again one day.
Oh, guaranteed.
I'm very excited to meet this man.
It'll happen.
I hope we meet him again and he forgets who we are. And he does the whole
the whole shtick again?
All over again. He's like, Japan. We're in like a fucking...
Kaiten sushi. Japanese fish. Very delicious.
Very delicious. Do you know Japanese fish are delicious, number one in the world? And you're like, okay, thanks, man. I've actually had someone say that to me.
Yeah.
Someone goes to me, can you eat Japanese fish? And I go, we're in a sushi place. There are like 25 sushi dishes stacked next to me. And he goes, can you eat Japanese fish? And I look at him and look at the 25 plates of sushi stacked empty plates stacked next to me. I look at him again. I look at the plates. I look at him and I just go, no, I can't. And he's looking at the plates and he's like, I know he wants to say like, what were you eating?
Right.
But he can't.
He doesn't know.
He can't conjure the words. He just goes, American joke? I go, English.
You know, I've lived in this country
Yeah.
for 3 years. I still don't know what American joke means.
No one knows what an American joke is.
What is American joke? Is American joke just like something Japanese people don't find funny until they go, haha, American joke? Like, is that...
I can only assume it's like it must be something that is funny, but they don't get why it's funny. Maybe it's a different stream of comedy.
They don't understand the context of why it's funny.
So they're like, aha, American joke. Like, great times. I normally respond with, it's like, you know, the typical Japanese style joke is just like slapstick bullshit humor.
Yeah.
It's like, I've fallen down the stairs. Ah, rule 12. Ah. That's like, every Japanese comedy show I watch is all like, in the next comedy performance, we're going to have 2 Japanese men wearing wigs and slapping each other. Are you ready for entertainment, guys? And it's always bullshit. I never find it funny.
It is very much a lot of that sometimes.
The rebuttal I always get is that it's always like either you don't speak Japanese or you don't understand Japanese culture and thus you don't find it funny. And I'm like, can't I just not find it funny because it's not funny?
Right.
Because it isn't. Like, some Japanese humor requires you to know like 20 years of Japanese humor. You have to know,
and not even that. It's like, oh, you need to know the famous people in Japanese comedy because they said a joke one time on a week on Tuesday. Yeah, and then someone referenced that, and it's like, ho, funny joke.
Pretty much, it's like, very good Japanese joke. It's like someone has made a joke 20 years ago, and you have now referenced that joke for your new joke. But in order to understand the new joke, you have to know and find the old joke funny. And if you don't know and know this old joke, you will not find the new joke funny. And if you don't find the old joke funny, you're not going to find the new one funny. This is Japanese comedy in a nutshell. And this is why it's bullshit. It's not funny.
Like, some of it's funny.
Some of it's funny.
Some of it's
Forgive
funny.
me.
I will say some of it's funny. Manzai, I'm very like...
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Some of it's funny. I've watched some stuff and I'm like, this is fucking entertaining. And then I've watched some other stuff and I'm like... The issue is, I think...
Big miss.
I think, big miss. Massive miss. Huge miss. Giant miss. Lands... North Korea looching nukes kind of miss. Like, straight over Japan. Nothing hit. Nothing but air. Nothing but net. Wait, that's the good one. Nothing but sea. I don't play basketball. But yeah, it's like... But the issue is, like, more often than not, I'll watch a comedy specials or something like that, and I'm like, this isn't funny. But then I guess... But I've not tested it yet. We've got to get some Japanese people to test this. We're going to have them sit down and watch Dave Chappelle and see if they find...
Dude, I watched Dave Chappelle right before you came.
You fucking wise man.
I was watching Dave Chappelle's Kids.
So good. With Chihiro or...
Yeah, some stuff.
Does she find it funny?
She was playing Tetris at the time, so she I don't know if she...
I need to know if, like... Because a lot of American comedians, a lot of like that sort of base humor is sort of, do you know enough about what's happening in the state of America or like the sort of worldly affairs?
I watched the fucking skit where it's like the 3 white dudes at like a restaurant, and the guy's like, "I'll have a
Samuel Jackson. I love a Samuel Jackson too. Do you know what? I love Samuel. Gets you drunk, dude. It's so good. Fuck, dude.
Drink, bitch.
Ah, I love the Dave Chappelle show.
Why are you shouting at me? I'm not shouting. This is just the way I talk,
dude. I fucking love. My favorite sketch was, I think there was an interview about it as well, and it was when it was like him. I forgot what's in it. I think it was not Eddie Murphy, his brother Charlie Murphy, and some other guy. I forgot what it's called. And they're time traveling pimps. And they go back.
Oh God, what is that one called?
I forgot. They go back in time, and they're like, "We've come back in time to call you a cracker," and he just shoots the slave master, and then like that's the whole skit, and then like the people are like, "Yeah, you can't really like." I think they made a few, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't really do these." Right. And then Dave Chappelle was like, "Listen, if I had a choice, I'd shoot a slave master every week on my show." That was like my favorite skill of all time.
I watched the fucking skit where they had was it the Roots special
the fucking
edition?
Roots special one? Yeah.
Roots special edition.
Fuck me, dude.
It's just like all what is it, like bloopers and outtakes?
Yeah, from Roots.
But Roots is fucking like a really actually serious
It's really
movie.
serious. Oh man. Dude, I love Dave Chappelle so much. He's so fucking funny.
Hate him.
People hate him. Yeah. People hate him now. I love him.
He's fucking
I watched his new stuff. Fucking brilliant. It's hilarious.
fucking funny.
It's really good. Have you seen his wife? His wife's really attractive.
I mean,
yeah,
sure.
David's like, whatever. His comedy's good.
I honestly, I knew he was married, but that was like
I'd only saw his wife because he was winning an award, like a comedy, and there was like pans to his wife and his family and stuff, and I was like, he's got like a very attractive family. Like, good job, Dave Chappelle. Like, well done.
Now I'm just gonna Google Dave Chappelle's wife.
You're gonna Google Dave Chappelle's wife? I don't know what her name is. Otherwise, I would definitely tell you like his name. Her name is
Irene Chappelle.
Irene. My eyes are so bad. Chappelle Show. Now I want to watch the Chappelle Show, dude. Yeah, look at them. They make a handsome couple, right? Make a good little couple. Man, it's good. I'm watching Dave Chappelle now. Fuck's sake.
Well, in that case, been raging on here for an hour and a half.
We ended it on a lighter note because you can't end it on constantly bashing, talking about sad affairs of the fucking world right now, honestly. Guys, if you're in the Black Lives Matter protest tomorrow in Osaka, and, be safe, don't be stupid.
I wouldn't think the Japanese police would try some shit.
But yeah,
you never know.
You never fucking know. I think there are protests currently happening everywhere. So if you're listening to this and you're currently engaging in some of your civil rights, then be safe. Don't loot, of course. Try not to riot.
Yeah,
if you would
try not to riot.
Fucking do your best to not riot. Honestly, like
I mean, sometimes that ain't up to you.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Look at Hong Kong.
Look at Hong Kong. He needs some riot tactics.
They got shit down.
Man.
There's a fucking infographic about Hong Kong rioters that have fucking like classes from a video game.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you seen the they started implementing Hong Kong anti-tear gas tactics?
Yeah, putting the cone over top of the tear gas and pouring water in it.
There, dude. Genius. Get it done.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Hong Kong people, they know how to riot. They've had a year of doing that shit. And you should probably prepare for another year of doing that shit.
Pretty much.
If stuff's going the way it's going.
Man, I really hope this shit ends well for everyone. By which I mean, I hope all the racist police get fucking sent to prison.
It's only been like fucking 5 months.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
2020 is a fucking nightmare.
2020 is a nightmare, dude. It's only gonna get worse. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for fucking Lady Liberty's face to crack to show fucking Shinjeki no Kyojin. I'm waiting for that, dude.
The aliens.
Giant
meteor.
Man, what's next, do you think? I'm thinking media.
I mean, okay, we got a pandemic.
Check.
Basically race riots.
Nice, we got it.
Aliens would be a good one. Dinosaurs come back to life. Volcano eruption.
Well, look, what's the one that they keep thinking is going to erupt? The really big one?
Yosemite National Park.
See, everyone's looking at Yosemite. Me, I'm playing the long game. I'm looking at Fuji. Because no one knows when that shit's going to go. It's just gonna happen. No one knows. I'm moving to Hokkaido.
Well, I guess we'll find out in a month.
Man, it's going to be good. Guys, if we're here next week, if Fuji doesn't erupt, we all die. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Until then, have a good week. Stay safe. Study Japanese. Don't be a cunt.
Rules to live by.
Rules to fucking live by. Bye.